What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and today we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning phenom boxing prospect Abdullah Mason. Guys, just last weekend, I posted in our boxing group on Facebook an upcoming prospect list. I listed guys like Kermel Moton, Emiliano Vargas, Bruce Carrington, Andy Cruz, and Abdullah Mason. This post has gotten shared over 800 times. 4,000 people have liked it. The engagement is close to 1 million. And I kept getting similar comments in respect to the name Abdullah Mason. Sure, Kermel Moton is the more well-known prospect. He's 17 years old. And everybody on the list are highly touted fighters. But Abdullah Mason's name kept being brought up. So here's the video. I'm featuring Abdullah Mason on our channel and on our Facebook group. And what I'm going to do is educate the fans, educate myself, if anyone out there is unaware of this prospect. Also, I'm going to talk about his career resume. He only has 12 pro fights. He is fighting next week on April 13th on the undercard of the Jared Anderson versus Riyad Merhi fight, where that's going to be in Corpus Christi, Texas. Today, we're going to go over his last 10 fights. He's still only a teenager, so as he grows into his build and he keeps climbing the ranks in the lightweight division, his opponents are going to keep getting more stiff and more stiff. So fighters early on in their career are usually facing guys with limited experience or equal experience as themselves. This is up to the fighter's camp to have litmus tests, pairing their fighter up with guys of equal value so they could see where they stand. It's kind of like finding a body of water. You want to see how deep that water is? Get a stick. You put the stick in and you see how deep it is. This is similar where Abdullah is in his career. So his handlers, top rank, are guiding that, and it's up to them to pair him up accordingly. He is going to be fighting a fighter named Ronald Ron, who has a career record of 14-5. That's going to be an 8-round fight. Before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about some facts about Abdullah Mason. He is the second youngest of 6. He comes from a fighting family. 5 of his brothers box. He is 12-0 with 10 knockouts. He already has a career 83% knockout to win ratio. There are 2,271 lightweights in the world. Abdullah Mason at 19 years old is ranked 102. He is 5'9" with a 74-inch reach, and the southpaw hails from Cleveland, Ohio. I should have known more about Abdullah Mason going to this, considering my hometown is Youngstown, Ohio, and Northeast Ohio is famous for their gritty boxers. I own a bit of apology to Abdullah. I have been living in Sydney, Australia for a decade and haven't lived in Northeast Ohio since 2004, but I do stay up to date with the talent, and this kid is talented. Like I said, you could catch him in action April 13th, Corpus Christi, Texas, on the undercard of that Jared Anderson fight. Let's look at his opponent's win-loss record. What we're going to do is add up their wins and losses on the night that they fought Abdullah, and after 10 fights, we're going to get an equation and a number that gives us his strength of schedule. Like I said, if Abdullah was 30 years old, these numbers will be a little bit more well-rounded, because by 30, he's going to be a multiple-time world champion. That's what everybody expects from Abdullah. His last fight, he fought Gurman, 8-0, knockout in the second. Cardenas, 7-1, knockout in the second. Villarraga, 10-7, UD in the sixth. Oliveira, 20-4, knockout in the second. Lyons, 8-2, knockout in the sixth. Benitez, 4-3, knockout in the first. Guzman, 8-7, knockout in the second. Barrera, 4-0, knockout in the fourth. Revelar, 5-0, UD in the fourth. Fernandez, 1-3, knockout in the first. Let's grab our calculators, and what we find is we get a number of 75-27 with a career win-loss strength of schedule of 74%. Over Mason's last 10, he's 10-0 with 8 knockouts. And like I said, you could catch this kid next week on that undercard as he takes on 14-5 Ronald Ron. The sky's the limit. People are super excited about him. When you have guys like Shakur Stevenson and Ryan Garcia tweeting about him, talking about he's the next one in line, he's the truth, you know the kid has all the skills. Only time will tell, and on my side of things, in our boxing group, we'll be cheering for you, buddy. Abdullah Mason this April 13th. Check him out.